True, but you can check out the clip after Ready Check. I do want to talk about a meta trend that is that so far in spring we've seen a lot of engaging supports take on the Rift, which is natural in a team fighting meta. But one certain cow has become a staple down in the bot lane. We've seen a lot of EU Alistar. Kaiser, you also like to get your hands dirty on the cow. Why is it that Alistar is so important in the current EU meta?
So I think it just brings a lot of flexibility to the draft because top lane is more of a carry-oriented side right now. The Sion is being exceptions, are like one of the exceptions. But I think like Sion is falling out of meta more and more because, for example, the Darius counter pick is becoming more prevalent, and that's like for sure like a part of it because Alistar as a frontline is just so beefy that you can kind of get by just having him as a sole frontliner. So you can pick like carry junglers, you can pick carry top laners, you can basically draft whatever you want, and it just fits the comp. And Alistar like also like he has the best engage because it's just so unpredictable. Like you can just flash on someone, it's really hard to predict, and you can like play team fights like how you want, I guess, and you can kick back people, you can like knock like 4-man, you know, like you can just do so much that the pick is just really broken. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that we've seen it's been interesting to see how often that it has been banned. There are the occasional games where it gets through, and I feel like every time it does, it looks so incredibly powerful. That ult just feels so broken. But when it comes to actually answering this pick, what do you do? Because some teams are letting it through drafts. Some teams are letting the Alistar get through. Some teams are beating it even. So what do you think are actually the best answers into a pick as powerful as Alistar?
So I think what counters Alistar is actually disengage maybe. Like we saw, for example, the Gragas being picked into it. I think Gragas has a really strong lane against it because Alistar can never combo in. If he combos in, he just gets body slammed. He gets bopped on the head with out attacks. You know, like Gragas is for sure like one of the best picks into it because it's lane dominant. Even later in the game, if you have the reaction time, you can just body slam him all the time. Another great pick is I think Rakan. I think Rakan is like maybe a bit underutilized right now in Europe's meta, but if you can W him, if you can jump out, then it's just really good because he always has to ult, and then once he has no ult, then he's not tanky anymore. You can catch him out. Yeah, if you play it slow against Alistar, it's really good.
Yeah, it is. Let's take a look at the key picks. You mentioned the Rakan, but as you say, we have seen more of the Rels, the Gragases, the Alistars, and then do you expect that this is going to be the pool that we're going to keep seeing in the rest of the playoffs, or is there uncharted territory in seeing more of the Rakans and seeing more of the Enchanters?
So I think, especially in the best of 5, I think the meta is always evolving. So I can for sure like make some space for maybe the Lulu, maybe the Karma. Like it's a flex for sure. So maybe even Tahm Kench or like Bard, like that's picks that you see in LPL or LCK.
Yeah.
So I think for sure there's more to the meta than just these 5 champions, but they're just like the most reliable. I think maybe if they're all banned or something, maybe like someone can bring some pocket picks or something. But right now, I think these 5 champions are for sure the strongest.
Yeah, I'm ready to see even if we see more of these, because Thresh is obviously a champion that gets banned all the time. I love the way that enables more of the carry picks. We've seen how ludicrously oppressive the Jinx has been. And then as soon as you start to open up the AD carry pool more, the support pool gets crazier and crazier. I think it's great that you highlight the LCK and LPL, because it feels like we are on almost a completely different page when it comes to bot lane metas outside of a few of the OPs. And frankly, I think bot lane is like, while a lot of roles feel very stagnant right now, I feel like bot lane is such a great place to innovate and find these kind of draft edges.
Yeah, I agree, and I think we're going to see some crazy stuff as these best of 5s progress, but it's time for something completely different. Then in fact, it is time to bring out the artist within.